had to tell you about this place where I'm staying this weekend. Sorry about the shaking, it's quite windy at the moment. This is the North Sea, and this is the place. It's called the Martello Tower. It's in Aldborough, in Suffolk. And it's very much shrunk from when it started because the sea has invaded over hundreds of years. And if you look over here, the side is rather old. And then if we go around to the front of the building, you'll see that if you look southwards, there, there's a very thin stretch of land which heads towards a place called Orford. Inhabited by North Sea Drift, I think it was, if I remember my geography correctly. And so you've got the sea on the left, right on the right, tiny little strip of land, well tiny, it goes for miles. Anyway, this used to be a drawbridge, but it's now sort of reasonably modern. This place was built in the early 1800s, and it was built here. It's called the Martello Tower. It actually came from a Corsican word called Martella, not Martello. But anyway, it was built due to the fear of invasion during Napoleonic years. It was built sort of early 1800s, 1802, 1815, that sort of period. And it's the southernmost of all these series of towers on this bit of coast facing the North Sea. Anyway, it was fell into serious disrepair over many years. I lived around here when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, we used to come here and we used to look over it, and it was just an empty shell. And I keep reading books saying there was a lot of vandalism in the 60s. I like to think that wasn't me, but who knows. Anyway, here we are. Let's go in through the front door. And we're in this kind of passageway. Now, as you get into this passageway, just shut the door. There are stairs on the left and the right, steps, and they go up to the roof, which is where the cannons were. And in a minute we'll go up on the roof, but I just want to show you the living bit. There's the steps. There's a lot of water coming down here last night. There's an old poster, an army recruitment poster, navy recruitment poster. Okay, so let's go through this door into the main living area, which just originally was just a big shell. First thing we go through is the kitchen area. Sink there, it's a cooker, fridge, lots of pots and pans, knives and forks. Over here, there's a small but perfectly formed bathroom. You can see in here. Nice shower, very hot shower. Very efficient shower. Sorry, I'm living in this at the moment, so it may not be the neatest in the world. And here's a little toilet. I'm sure you know what toilets look like. There we are. So that's the toilet bit and the bathroom bit. Sorry, this gets a bit disjointed because I have to keep shutting and opening doors behind me. So let's go now through another door into this terrific living area. Just look at it. It's a huge table, massive benches alongside it, but this is effectively a circle. You can see the original walls, lots of cupboards and chests and things. And I'll show you the separate rooms in a minute. But the first thing I'll show you is this. They've had so many problems with water coming in, either through rain or through the sea invading, that when the Landmark Trust took this place over in 1971, part of their massive restoration task was to put this, was like a sort of sails, up in the ceiling, which very successfully keep the damp out. Very innovative. The other thing that's worth noting is the floor. It's really quite a spectacular old looking floor. Now, when I used to come here as a young kid or teenager, there wasn't a floor. It was just a big empty shell because the floor had been damaged and had collapsed and rotted. But when they restored it, they found this floor in the basement. So this was originally the basement floor. And they managed to raise it up and refit it so that it's now the floor of the living area. Let's try the first of these rooms, and this is my favourite. This is a little sitting room, and it's got sofas and chairs, original walls. There's some big hooks up here. Now, they reckon these were the hooks where the hammocks were, where the navy people and the soldiers would sleep. It's a fireplace. It's quite nice. Lots of books about East Anglia, and in a cupboard over here there are loads and loads of books about this particular place, including logs that are completed by the people who stay here, which I've got to do tomorrow before I go. Now, every one of these rooms is sectioned off, or has been sectioned off relatively recently, partitioned off, but in each one there are steps up to a window. And each of these obviously has a different view. This is my favourite because this view is looking straight over the beach. Now, of course, when this place was built, that beach was a hell of a lot deeper than it was. There was actually a moat there and a wall, and then quite a big beach. And in fact, it was part of a village called Slaughton, and there were houses over there, but it all got invaded by the sea. So let's go back through here. There is a big door here which goes down into a basement, and there are some steps down into the basement. There's not much down there though, it's used as a storage room really, but originally it was the powder room and the weapons room. So let's now look at the two other rooms. You can see what I mean about the partitions, and this is just one big open area originally, but they put up these partitions in the sort of alcove areas to separate off rooms, which makes it very livable. Let's have a look at this bedroom. This is a twin bedroom. Again, there's a cupboard there that takes you down into the basement. Couple of beds. Again, that lovely old floor, and lots of nice old-looking furniture. And once again, you've got these steps that take you up to look over. In this case, we're looking up to the south, down to the south, down along Orfordness, and there's a sort of road along there. There's lots of masts down there that you probably can't see. Orfordness was a sort of a very secret government area during the war, since been abandoned. But you still can't go on it, so there must still be some secrets in there. Radiators, it's very warm in here, I must say. Let's just have a look at the other bedroom. Now this other bedroom is a double bedroom. And of course the opposite of south is north. Again, there's a little old fireplace there. Nice double bed. Go up the steps and look through this window, and you're actually looking back up northwards along the seawall towards Aldborough, and beyond Aldborough, Thorpeness, and beyond Thorpeness, Sizewell. And it's about 3/4 of a mile into the town from here. And you can see the sailing club over there. And there's the original wall, because this bit of the moat is still there. The sea didn't quite get that far. Right, so that's the house. So unless it's horribly windy and I can't keep still, let's go and have a look at the roof, because it really is quite interesting. So we'll go back through the kitchen again, past the toilet. And let's just pick one of these steps to go up. Yeah. Not much has changed over here. Not in recent years anyway, although there were some changes during the 19th century, which I will tell you about. Now at the top of the steps, there's a very solid looking door with this weird kind of means of opening it. Sorry, there'll be some light in a minute. Right, there's the door open. Let's go up. Now this was the key area really of the fort. In the 1930s somebody bought this place and they built a sort of penthouse up here, but during the 70s restoration it was obviously taken away again. So yeah, this is where the cannons were fired from. It obviously needs some protection, so lots of very high walls here. So you can't immediately see the views over these walls. These are interesting, these bits of sticking up iron, they were the original cannons. And when they got better cannons, what they did was sink the barrels of these cannons to form a pivot for the new cannons. Now there was apparently an Anthony Gormley statue here, but I think they must have taken it down. Right. All these rings and alcoves are all key parts of this place. There you go. river all. So sailing boats, very busy sailing above this place. Very sort of along the seawall, which has been very much strengthened over the last 50 years. The sea was invading it, and there was a risk of the